At home, with the wild weather we've seen in the last month, we've been reminded that flooding and disasters can happen when we least expect it. And sometimes it's the simplest things that can seem the hardest when you have your feet knocked out from under you. Well, there's some unique training happening right in our backyard that's there to help. Tonight, we show you how one graduate is putting that training to hard work in a University of Denver program transforming passion. The cold front stalled over Boulder County on September 9th, 2013.
You think of Colorado as this big mountainous place, and then just to realize how much of that can go underwater all at one go, it's impressive.
By September 12th, the governor declared a state of emergency.
There's the flash flooding that happens against the mountains, but then there's the sort of gradual and really huge rise of the rivers further out into the plains.
Hundreds were unaccounted for.
For just days, it was like, how can we wrap our arms around this and make as big of a difference as we can? There sometimes feels like there's two speeds during a disaster. They're the people who are a part of our response system. They're moving and getting stuff done. And then there are the people who are now in our shelters or in different places and are just waiting to hear.
This is the room.
We're at CDPHE's Department Operations Center,
where state responders go into overdrive.
There's a planning section, an operations section, a logistics section.
It's Amy Voss-Sieberts and her colleagues at the Colorado Department of Public Health and Environment's job to make sure the most basic needs of the survivors are met.
How can we give them new clothes so they don't feel like they're still in the water?
And there's another side to healing that's often overlooked.
When it comes to sort of the psychological footprint of a disaster,
Amy was responsible for reaching out to the Spanish-speaking communities in Weld County.
Some of them got particularly hard hit in some of those more vulnerable living spaces.
Her task, understanding their need and then getting the community involved in helping.
Hire people who have connections to the schools, because isn't that a great way to reach our kids and do programs with them like I'm not scared when I'm prepared.
Amy says she drew from cross-cultural training she received while getting her master's in international disaster psychology at DU. You probably remember learning about Maslow's hierarchy while you were in school. Think of Amy and her colleagues as dealing with this bottom rung, needs, things like making sure victims have water, shelter, and food. Well, there's also a center at DU that deals with this top rung, esteem. These are the steps that need to be taken so that the victims feel like they get back to a sense of normal.
Being able to understand that process of recovery from trauma is so incredibly helpful.
Within these walls, students will help clients to process traumatic events. Shelley Smith Acuna is the dean of DU's Graduate School of Professional Psychology. She says sometimes the biggest part of therapy is being able to step back and finally realize your own strength.
Having someone witness your story really helps you understand your own courage in getting through it.
After our world is shaken, something unexpected and meaningful is born.
These events sort of knit us together if we allow them to, and can make better communities afterwards.
Takes us all back looking at that video. DU's Professional Psychology Clinic offers 200 sessions a week to the community. They run between $15 and $75 a session. They say they will not turn anybody away on the basis of cost. The therapy sessions are recorded on camera. The students later are coached by DU professors. They offer counseling for individuals, for couples, families, groups, and children. But you really have to hand it to those people, Mike. They stay so calm in the most chaotic of situations. It's just an internal calmness that they have. And that, you got to think that's just inherently there. They're not trained in that.
Oh, it's great. Seeing some of that video, too, just remarkable.
Wild.
Using